free compost. I have completely let this get out of hand. I got skinny legs and wide boots. Matter of fact, let's do it now. I don't care. Not today. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia, and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. But today we're over in the chicken area because I am cleaning really quick, and this is not gonna be our whole day. We still need to get the 4 bags over here, I hope y'all can see them, amended. And we're gonna put the purple sprout and broccoli in there. And we also have to get that last blackberry Greenstalk filled. My son, I said, before you go to school in the morning, can you get that soil out the back of the car? So he got it for me. Someone asked me, do I have a link to the Burger BM6? I do not. I get it from my local feed and seed. I'm pretty sure I've seen it online though. I feel like I saw it on Amazon. I'm not sure. If you search Burger BM6, I feel like you would find it, but I'm not 100% positive about that. But anyway, what I'm doing, and I started doing it, and I was like, well, you should start recording since you're trying to do your whole week, like a marathon of what I'm doing before it's my last week that I've given myself to plan out for fall. So the other thing that I had started doing before I started recording is I am filling the black cow bags with the compost from the chicken area. And so that's what I had started doing this morning. Another thing I need to do is go through here. This is the inside of their coop, and get all the feathers and poop and stuff out. I just have like a pooper scooper, or what is it, cat litter scooper that I go through here with. And then Grub Terra sent me some of their coop refresh to try. I like to use their, what is it, black soldier fly lava, if I order early enough before I run out. If I run out, I just go to Tractor Supply. But I do like their products. So they sent me this to try. So once I finish cleaning that out, I am going to put some of that in there. The coop doesn't smell. Remember, I moved them to sand. And so before I left for vacation, I cleaned it out really good. And then I put some more sand in it. And when I say cleaned it out really good, I literally went through with the scooper. And then I added some more sand to it. I did the same thing for the quail area. I've already taken care of them for the morning because I really wasn't going to record. I was like, I'll start recording afterwards. But this is a part of my day today. The other thing I need to do, which I'm not going to do today or not on camera right now, is get the staple gun because some of this stuff has started to fall. I even put a little stake in here this morning so that while I was moving around, I wouldn't have to keep pushing stuff up. But I need to do that too. But right now, I'm putting, I saved a lot of black cow bags from when I amended the garden. I saved all of those bags because my plan was to get this stuff. And I hadn't felt like it. And I woke up this morning and I was like, I'm gonna get that done today. I probably won't get it all scooped out, but I'm gonna get a good amount of it scooped out this morning. Also, my babies are starting to molt and they are not laying right now. If they are, they're laying somewhere that I can't find the eggs. So they're, well, at least 2 of them are malting. So I'm probably also gonna make them some kind of snack. Oops, sorry about the lighting. I'm probably gonna make them some kind of snack and bring that out here. I've done their water. These feeders that I decided to purchase for me being on vacation so my son wouldn't have a lot to do, they pretty much suck. So I purchased these 2 that, yeah, I don't like them. What I want is the bucket things that people are making. That'll probably be a next spring thing, but this actually sucks. I'm gonna see if I can figure out, I don't know, like they just don't, I got them from Tractor Supply. I like that they had the top on them because like I said, the birds were coming in and out, so the birds really can't get as much as they want because I had an open container. Those actually in real life suck. I forgot my gloves. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, so honestly, all I'm doing, and I found it easier to stoop down and do it instead of kind of standing up. So I'm just digging all of this out, and a lot of it is very much broken down. So that's a plus. So it's easy to get through. It's also easier because this section of the run is covered with the tarp. I'm still trying to find out a better way to cover this run. But y'all look. That's some good compost there. That's some really good compost. And I have had chickens for, what, 4 years now? And last year, I think, was the first year that I was like, I'm just going to dig it up and use it. They say you can. Because I wasn't sure of when it was ready. But, like, when it is literally like soil, yeah, that's when I dig it now. So I'm just filling up a good amount of bags because I feel like it. I felt like digging it, I guess is what you could say. And I'm gonna put some of this in the blackberry Greenstalk just to see how it works. This is gonna be my compost for the blackberry Greenstalk. And there's a good amount of this in here. I'll maybe take a few days once I finally finish everything in the garden just to like come out here and fill up more bags. I got a lot of bags. If you watched me amend the garden, then you know I got a lot of black cow bags, a whole bunch of them. Today though, I'm trying to get some for the Greenstalk and some for the 4 bags that we need to redo. And this is basically just like wood chips that I put over here. What else did I put over here? I've put pine shavings over here. Of course, their manure. It's all kinds of stuff, but it'll be good for the garden for sure. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. When I am finished with this, we're gonna do those 4 bags, amend those 4 bags, and then we're gonna move on to the blackberry Greenstalk. Also, it's looking like rain, y'all, so we might not be doing that together. We shall see. Let me get this done, and then I'm only gonna do 3 bags. I honestly think 3 bags is too much, but we will see. We'll see. Let me get this done. But my plan either way is I'm just gonna store this in that greenhouse. I want to replace that greenhouse. It has done its job. I would say it has done its job, but it has holes and stuff at the top. I'm just using it for storage at this point. There's a lot of really broken down material over there, but I'm taking it from the easiest spot right now, which is right here. This is really broken down too. It's just a pile of it. So I have to kind of dig a little bit. Now the problem that's gonna come in here is if I don't get this all level, we're gonna have rain pooling. So that's why I say it throughout the week, or you know, over a few days, I'm gonna come and try to fill up as many bags as I have. I also have some feed bags that I can use. I'm gonna take as many as I can so that this is also level again. Although it is covered, somehow we still get rain over here. What I'm hoping is that next year, when it's time to amend, I don't have to buy compost. And someone told me about some pine shavings. Well, not shavings, it's like pine pellets that I can put down here to help with the moisture. So I have to go get feed today. And with that being said, I'm gonna look for those because I use pine shavings anyway, so it should be fine. And the pellets apparently are better for getting the water up. So we're gonna go ahead and end this part here. I'll be doing it on my own. We're gonna go and use, look how that crumbles, just crumbles. That's good. That's good, y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, head out into the garden so we can do these bags and then get that Greenstalk filled up. And then pretty much done for the day, I would think. Anywho, let's go out into the garden. Hey girl. Y'all see she got her fall shirt on. I told my son, please go find her a shirt. Hello, friend. Hey girl. That my baby. She is so obnoxious sometimes, y'all, but she is my baby. Y'all see her little shirt? She's ready for fall, just like me. I'm ready. No, puppy. Girl, she messed with everything. All right, we're going out into the garden. I gotta go get one of those bags and then I will be right back. All right, so it is windy. Probably should go get the wind block. If it's overly windy, I might just do a voiceover because I don't feel like going to get the wind block. So these bags here, I'm just gonna add more compost and mix it in. That's my plan, to fill them up a little bit because some of them are pretty low. I'm also gonna put some granulated fertilizer in them. So I know that a lot of people say you gotta let your chicken manure or bedding or whatever compost, and so this is composted in place over there. I have never had a problem. I think I've done it maybe twice now. I've never had a problem taking it directly out of that area as long as it's composted. Like, I don't take areas where I literally can see poop or manure, whatever you want to call it. I don't take those spots, right? But I do take it directly out of there and add it into wherever I'm gonna use it. So I know somebody probably gonna say, you know, you need to let that compost. It composted in place. So I'm gonna put it in here and then I'm gonna mix it in, and it crumbles. So it crumbles to me, it's composted, and I use it and I've never had a problem. We are putting the purple sprout and broccoli here. As I understand it, I've never grown it. It will grow through the fall and it'll produce the purple sprout and broccoli in the spring. So this isn't something that we're gonna get this year. And so I'm gonna add some granulated fertilizer. I'm not actually going to measure much of anything, but I feel like these bags need some work. They are also in an area that's shaded and they stayed moist. So moist soil, well, they stayed wet, not moist, they were wet. So we just gonna mix it in, and then we're gonna plant the purple sprout and broccoli out. And I'm gonna do the same thing to all the bags. The purple sprout and broccoli look just as bad as all the rest of the seedlings that we've had, but y'all know me, I'm gonna plant them anyway. And the roots really don't look that bad on this one. I hope y'all can see, but we're gonna just, y'all can't really see what I'm doing in the bag. Drop it down in there, plant it deeper. And that's what we about to do. Free compost, not really. Chickens cost a good amount of money to keep. But it's okay, I enjoy having them. Ooh, worm in this bag, nice. Very nice worm. Oh, you know what else we need to take out? But I'll probably just leave it. I don't have no seedlings anyway. Those overwintered peppers from last year that I'm still letting go. And one of them really has a few amount of peppers on it. Got a good amount of peppers on it. They small, but they still there. I'm not telling anybody else to use their manure straight out of the chicken area. Just saying I do it. And I'm not gonna put straw on these bags because it already stays moist enough over here because it's in a shady spot. Y'all, we almost done. I ain't even joking, like we almost at chill time. Like turn the fire pit on and do nothing. Turn the fire pit on. Get a cup of coffee, cup of tea, glass of wine, that kind of thing, and just relax in your little piece of paradise. That's where I'm almost at. I might put a little bit of straw, just a little bit, to help with splash up, but nowhere near the amount of straw as I have on other stuff out here. So these are our last two bags. The soil looks good. See what I mean? It just crumbles with no problem. And I'm putting a lot of granulated fertilizer in this bag just because with it staying so moist, I'm sure a lot of the nutrients has seeped out of it. All right, purple sprout and broccoli going in. And let me tell y'all how much I have really enjoyed having these Bootstrap Farmer trays this year. I mean, it even helps me with cleanup, if I'm honest. And with these plants sitting in here so long, I mean, the roots are swirling a little bit, but nothing like they would if I was using the trays I was using before. And let me just be clear, those trays work just fine. They work, right? But I'm just saying, I really do like these. Not telling anybody not to buy them, not telling anybody that you have to have the Bootstrap Farmer ones. I'm just giving my opinion on the Bootstrap Farmer trays because I really did like them for having them this year. I used them for all of my seedlings, even the spring seedlings. They did really well, and I am happy to have them. All right, so we're gonna move on to this last bag, which this soil had a lot of perlite in it. It's a soil that I kind of made myself. Good thing I'm not seeing is I don't see any what do you call those things, grubs. Sometimes when I dig through my bags, I'll see grubs. Also, yesterday we were fine with the mosquitoes. Today, not so much. Might be going to put on a long sleeve shirt, cause nope, just no. Add some granulated fertilizer in here. Oh my God. Okay, y'all. Also, I have completely let this get out of hand. So we got to get that. I mean, it's like just taking over this space. I have completely let it get out of hand. But matter of fact, since we're here and all, we're going to put our gloves on and pull this stuff out. real quick since we here and over here. And this is not hard to get out. It's not hard to get out at all. Well, not out. Let me say not out, because see, it's like vines. So I can get up under the vine and get it out pretty simply. I have, oh, it's a lot of worms down here too. I have landscape fabric down, but over here, these weeds, this landscape fabric is no match for these weeds. And also, y'all know I'm scared of them things, so we definitely got to get it up. But see, it's not hard. Ow, I had to get my nails done because they are now starting to bend. When I got sick and then went on vacation, my plans for my nails went down the drain. Yeah, it's a lot of worms over here, but they're not hard to get out once you get up under the vine. But that's also why they vine. I mean, why they can take over, because they vine. And you can see like the wood chips, and it went through the wood chips and the fabric. We're gonna give this to the chickens though. They'll love it. It's just vining everywhere, y'all. So let's just get this up. Cause every time I come over here, I sure hope it's not a snake in here. So to save myself, get it up now. But I don't want it to make its way like into the garden, which it has. It was starting to anyway. So the chickens will love this. All right. All right, let's take what we have pulled, give it to the chickens so I can see what's left. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put the door back on this side too. So we'll have 2 entry points to the chicken area, because when I'm in the garden and I need to take something to them, it's a hassle to go all the way around. It's not a hassle. I just, you know, it is a hassle to me, but it's not a big deal if you know what I mean. Nice. We love that for me. And trying to make sure I get the vining part, because if you leave any of that in here, it's just gonna start another vine. There's some like small stuff over here. Also might spray some vinegar on this stuff, because it's weeds. It's not the garden, it's just weeds right here. So I might spray some vinegar over here too. I hear that works. But all right, let's take this to the chickens. Then we're gonna move over to that Greenstalk. Y'all, she feeling cute and all in my guys. She don't go where she's supposed to be over there. What you doing over there? You better get out of here. She said feeling cute might break some rules today. She in front of me walking out. Girl, no. Anyway, let's get this stuff over here to these chickens. Another thing, when you are, I guess, designing your garden, which we know I did not do, make sure you design it to be able to get a wheelbarrow or a gorilla cart down it, because I'm about to have to put this all in my arms and get it over here to the chickens. Although, if it had a door over there, which we will be putting back, I wouldn't have to do this. But it is what it is at this moment. Y'all, the dirt and stuff then fell down in my shoes. Ugh, hate this for me. Hey, y'all. It's a mess. And my chicken boots. All right, it's a little bit more over there. I'm gonna grab that. Then we're going to the Greenstalk. Wasn't a lot, just a little bit. All right, Greenstalk work it is. By the way, they killed that lettuce, y'all. Killed that lettuce. So I need to dump, hey puppy, I need to dump that soil over into the orchard area. That's what I always do. But this looks so much better. And I don't have to worry when I walk over here now. But see down there, that's what I was saying. I'm gonna spray some vinegar. But right now, it looks way better. And they have a treat. Whew. Ugh. All right. So, by the way, when I tell y'all I had a whole alarm set yesterday morning to make sure I got that sale. And if you are not aware, Greenstalk is running a sale. Well, it's a warehouse clearance. So all of the colors that they've had before are on clearance from basically 20% to 65%, depending on the color that you get. And so I got up early yesterday. Well, I didn't get up early. I set my alarm to make sure I was up by 9 when they did the early access. And so I got the 2 colors that I wanted right now, which is black and peppercorn. If you're interested in the Greenstalks, there's a link down in the description, and you can get $10 off a $75 order if you use my code YellowDoor10. And yeah, so let's get to work. We're gonna do this last blackberry. And so I know I told y'all I need pavers. I also purchased the spinner base yesterday as well. So with that being said, we are going to, hey girl, hello friend, hello, you need some attention. I see you, but I'm also recording. So can I get you to move out the way? Can I get you to move out the way? Can I get you to move out the way? She don't care nothing about what I'm talking about, y'all. Anyway, let's get to work. So I did grab another bag of the compost, like the first one I dug out, because it's really broken down. It's broken down really good. I'm gonna put the soil and everything over here into this gorilla cart. So there's some soil in here. It's been sitting in here. I'm just gonna mix it all up with the shovel, which I need to go get the shovel at this point. I'm gonna put some granulated fertilizer in here, and then we're gonna get this filled. And once I get my spinner base, and since I have to move this anyway, I'm also gonna go ahead and get the paver for this one too. But today I just want to get it filled. I just want to get it filled. And for this, because I'm probably gonna use just about all of the soil that's in here, I'm gonna mix the compost and everything all in the gorilla cart. So all I gotta do is put it into the Greenstalk. I'm sure y'all can tell I am getting tired. I am tired, but listen, this is the last thing for real. Unless I find something else for myself to do, this is the last thing, and I'm excited. And of course, it's not like 100% the last thing, because when the new ones come in, I'm gonna fill those too. But that's something I could literally be like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Because I have a good amount of them filled in. Also, I'm thinking we just gonna do garlic over in the bed. And we're gonna use those onion starts we got for this Greenstalk. Onions and shallots that we got for the Greenstalk. Oh. I know I've been talking a lot about this hoary knife, but I didn't realize people were so interested in it. People have started asking. This thing is good for a lot of stuff. Planting, getting things open. And now I'm gonna start breaking this soil block down with it too. And this is why I like the Burger BM6. That is one bag. All I gotta do now is break it up. I didn't have to, well, I didn't lift this bag back here. But if I had to, I wouldn't have had to do several bags. And this is why I like buying this. I did tell y'all, I think it's $32 a bag here. I'm hearing from people that it's more expensive in other places. $32 a bag here. And I want to mix this really good with the soil that's at the bottom, because I think that it's going to help to like moisten it or hydrate it without me having to add any more water, because the soil at the bottom has been sitting here getting rained on. There is a plug at the bottom of these gorilla carts though, so the water is not like pooling in here, that it runs out. That went in my shoe. I got skinny legs and wide boots. Ooh, y'all, I'm getting tired. I've been tired, but I'm pushing because I know we right at the end. All right, got that broken down. I'm gonna break up some of the larger pieces real quick first. Of course, I'm really only getting the larger pieces at the top because I can't see down below, but we'll get it broken up. Let's do some shovel work. And I'm gonna add my amendments, my compost and stuff after I get it hydrated, essentially. And I probably should have did this in layers, but I didn't, and it's fine. I might just have to add water, and then I won't water the Greenstalk for a while. Yeah, I should have did it in layers, y'all. I was trying to do it quick. And we already know I try to do everything the easy way, and I'm gonna keep trying because I feel like I can. I tell you what we're gonna do real quick. This table is coming in handy just to get some of it out, and then I could just swipe it right back in here. This is real life. Real life of someone who has gotten tired, and she tried this and it did not work. But again, it does normally. There was just already a good amount of soil down there. So I'm simply trying to make a hole in the middle. I know somebody gonna be like, girl, you know what? I'm saying girl to myself right now. So there we go. We can get down to the bottom, pull the wet soil up now. But I don't want to over moisten it, because one thing I have found about those Greenstalks, once they get too wet, take a long time for them to get not wet. My last defense for this is going to be adding more water, because that soil at the bottom has lots of water in it. All right, so I added a little more water. We're gonna go ahead and pour all of this in here to mix it in. Should be fine. We're gonna find out. This would be better or easier on a tarp. Don't have one. And not going to buy one to mix soil. I'm just going to fertilize each level with the Espoma organic garden tone, because I'm not 100% sure all of the manure, well, is mixed in. Yeah, like I doubt it got like way to the bottom. And that's fine. At the end of the day, we all know I'm gonna be like, it's fine. All right, let's start filling this. Whoa. Basically, I just put it on here, and then I take my hands and put it in. I might use a shovel, whatever I'm feeling at the moment. That glove is so wet, y'all. That glove is so wet. And I'm gonna remember them gray things this time, because baby, if I got to take this apart to put the gray things on, your girl is not gonna be happy. I was graceful with it the last time. I will not be graceful this time. And you don't have to push it down. Like, you just put the soil in here, but you don't want to compact it, essentially. And there are fill lines, so you can see where you should be filling it to. And now I'm just gonna stop real quick, put a little bit of granulated fertilizer on the top, and then just put one more small layer of soil in here. And I'm not gonna add any bud meal or bone meal at this point, just because we got fresh chicken manure in here. And that's just my choice. That's just my choice, y'all. So, like I said yesterday, I do things differently, depending on what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. So now we just gonna put another little layer to get us to the fill line and cover the granulated fertilizer so it can start breaking down in the soil. And I do fill mine to the top. I do find that there is settling. There's definitely settling after a while, because you're using very light, I'm using very light and loamy soil. So once it gets completely moist, it settles a little bit. So that one is full. Let's get this plastic out of here. And then we're gonna put this back down here. Remember I told y'all I had to move them a little ways away from each other. Next year I'll move these in spring. Not doing it today though. So then you put your little gray thing back on it. Make sure you do this. This is where your water gonna come from. Like when you're watering from the top, it's gonna go down into these gray trays. These trays have holes in them, and that's how the soil is getting moistened. But also these trays have holes in them too. So you got two ways that the water is coming out and making it to the next level. I've paid a lot of attention to that, y'all, because I was like, how is this thing getting watered? And I like to see things. I like to see it, know that I understand it. That's what I did. I sat and like watch the tower like this, and I could see the water dripping down. So I was like, okay, totally understand it now. I understand it now. Let's get this next one filled in. And I'm probably gonna go ahead and plant those onions today too. Shouldn't be too much work. Matter of fact, let's do it now. That makes even more sense. I don't know if these are onions. They could be shallots, they could be leeks. I didn't label them. All right, so basically, just gonna make us a little hole here. Mix in the fertilizer a little bit. Make a little hole. It's 6 pockets if you get the 5 tier, so it's 6 pockets. And I'm just gonna drop these down. Onions don't need to be planted really deeply, so I'm not going to. Also trying to avoid the gray thing, because if you get soil in it, then your hose will get clogged up. These are very, very moist. just like everything else we've planted over the last few days. My foolishness. I'm not gonna water nothing else because everything, well, these are very wet already. And I am trying to make sure they're in the pockets because if they do bulb, they need to have space. I'm not trying to do it like I did the potatoes. Next. All right, so our first layer of this is planted out, and we'll just move on to the next layer. Uh-oh. Put soil in there. We don't want that. All right, so I'm gonna get this planted out. I'm gonna come back and show you when I'm done. And then I do think we probably done with this video. And like, I'm probably going in the house for a little bit. So I'm coming back just for a minute to show y'all that I'm planting very close to the edge for these onions because I want them to be able to bulb without hitting the tray over top of them. Now, I've never grown onions in here, y'all. I'm just showing y'all what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna show you because I know sometimes people say it's kind of hard to get it put up if you plant the tiers first and then put it up. But I just make sure I push whatever start I have out and then I put it on there. So I want to show y'all that real quick too. But we just planting these onions out. Some of them look good, some of them don't. So what I'm thinking is the onions that look good, we putting them in here, and I'm still gonna go get some garlic. Cause remember, my whole point is trying to grow everything I would grow in the main garden in the Greenstalks this year, and then I can see if I could use this as my fall garden space. So, and like I said, we got 2 more coming. All right, so that's planted out now. We got our gray tray. Don't forget your gray tray. You will have to take this all apart. Oh, and you can put something over this if you want to cover it. I don't care. Not today. So now you see this one is already planted. I just try to push everything out and towards the outside. Then I take this, sit it here, but kind of slowly, line it up because you have these pieces right here and they're gonna slip down over top of each layer. It's not level right now for me, so that's why it's giving me a little bit of a hard time, but that's okay. And you want to make sure that it slips down on it. That's how it's gonna make it secure, as long as you keep it moist. I've seen people saying that theirs are falling over. Have not had that problem, but I try my hardest to really keep my tiers moist, to keep the Greenstalk moist. But there you have it. I also think y'all are crooked. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so that's how I do it. And then you can, and I do this with the larger ones too. I plant them out in tiers in a lot of cases, especially when I first get them. And just make sure you push it out and then you shouldn't have a problem. But sometimes things do get broken, and that's just a part of using these. I haven't had that happen a lot, but it does happen. But that's one way you can try to minimize the amount of things that'll get broken if you plant and then stack. All right, y'all, so we are done. Buttons to the side of my head and all. We're done though. We're done with this. I still gotta go finish the chicken area, but we're done with this. So this is actually a full Greenstalk of onions now. Actually, I think the top is shallots, because remember I said I don't know what they are, but I think the top is shallots, which is fine. It is a little crooked right now, but once my spinner gets here, I'll get that all set up. But we are done here. We had quite a bit of soil left. It never takes me this whole bag of Burger BM6 to fill up a Greenstalk. It just doesn't. And I went ahead and covered it with the other bags, so the compost bags and the Burger BM6 bags, just in case it rains, because that's enough, more than likely, for me to fill up another one of the new Greenstalks. And then I won't have to go and buy, I only have to buy 1 more bag of soil. Keep in mind though that I did add some compost to these. Also, there was already soil in there. But what I'm saying is it never takes, so if you only got 1, it never takes me the whole, I want to say it's 3.8 cubic feet. It never takes that whole bag to fill these up. So anyway, we got that done. So essentially, everything that we wanted done by October the 1st is done. And I am 100% excited about that. So I met my goal, y'all. I'm gonna go finish taking care of my chickens, and I'm gonna probably see y'all tomorrow when I go to help my mom plant her garden out. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram, where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all. Oh, we're gonna do a full garden tour on Friday. Bye.